We are back. Thank you so much for sticking with us through that break. We've got map 2 just around the corner, and we've got Agent Select that we're going to get to talk through as well. I'm Doug. With me is Dre, and if you want to very quickly try to describe what happened on that first map in one word, what would you say?
Slaughter.
That's well said. A man of many words right here, but honestly, that's exactly what it was. It was a stomp, it was a slaughter, it was rough, it was ugly, it was whatever you want to call it. But with the break comes the turning of a leaf and the opportunity to find success on an entirely different map. Unfortunately, it's a map that historically has been outrageously good for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, they basically created this comp. Not basically, they did create this comp for this map. It's their bread and butter. I don't think they're going to change anything. It's the patent 100 Thieves composition.
Right.
And in the off-season for MIBR, they played against Furia, who ran the bread and butter 100 Thieves comp and lost.
Yeah, but listen.
Running this comp.
But he promised me, Zix promised me, he promised the people there was going to be a crazy comp change. And you can't lie, especially on the internet.
Well, he lied on this map.
And so he lied. Yeah. And so he lied.
Zix. What's going on, man? But yeah, historically, a month ago, MIBR lost against this composition when Furia was running it.
Right.
Now you're going up against the originators, the ones that know every in and out about the composition itself. I just feel like it's going to be very, very tough. Now, MIBR has had a month to make some changes, put a little bit more into the playbook. But what was kind of bullying them was defensive side aggression. Furia walking them down with this comp, going A short, taking those fights into market, taking fights outside of shower. It just seemed like MIBR wasn't ready for aggressiveness from the double controller comp because it was unexpected. Usually you think they're going to sit back and play traps, play with their flashes for the retake. With the way that 100 Thieves has been playing so far, they might do the same thing they did on the last map.
We'll have an opportunity to talk about the deadlock, and I think there was an intent to slow down the aggression from Octagon, but 100 Thieves are already down B long.
This is exactly what I was saying.
That was intentionally done to avoid that. And 100 Thieves pacey on it, get ahead of it. Yeah, MIBR have gotten the spike down, but now you're going to have to deal with the aggression that's coming in from the flank. Market is covered, EU still on site. Aspa's nipping at his heels, able to clean him up and get the best of him, but Asuna on the trade. Genome left in 1v4. Spike's already gotten most of the defuse of the way through. He's going to get a couple of kills, but that's another round the way of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, aggression from the side of 100 Thieves. I think someone did their VOD review. Boostio definitely was watching that tournament when MIBR was playing and saw the weaknesses. And the weaknesses are, MIBR is pretty bad at holding those aggressive peaks from the defensive side. Keep in mind, it was only pistol round, and sometimes pistols are up in the air.
Sure.
We'll definitely have to keep an eye out for more aggression from the defensive side, but it's a really good start for 100 Thieves on their map pick.
You guys want a solo clap again? Because we have a tech pause. So, but guys, no, think about it. The
Everyone's
solo
like,
clap is fun.
No,
It's fun, and then the tech pause is sad. You guys are making this more fun. It sounds like it's an audio issue. So again, we'll get it fixed. We'll plug the headphones back in, whatever it is, and we'll get back into it. I do think, Dre, I want to go back to some of what you were talking about around how they struggle with some of that aggression because, again, there was a plan to deny some of that early aggression. It just so happens that when you're getting stimmied, and they're ahead of it, there's really nothing you can do to counter that. Either there has to be a second layer to it, or you just kind of have to know you're going to lose those, and you got to pick a site, and you're just going to go.
And to be fair, they did that. They did just go towards that A site. But the problem was EU, who's just sitting in U-Haul alone. They don't expect these random plays, random swing timings, random aggressiveness. All that stuff kind of counters the way that MIBR approaches this attacking side. Will be an anti-eco here for 100 Thieves, though. They're taking Shower's control with that fade and brimstone.
Oh, it's a lucky.
And Asuno wins a long-range duel against the Sheriff with a stinger. He's nasty with that gun.
Perfectly normal, not strange thing to say.
Yeah. wants the Roomba for some info, has some kind of intuition. EU now backing him up.
What are the odds he kills Aspas here? Pretty high?
Oh, he's one pumping him for sure. Boostio doesn't miss these. He got a little glimpse of a shoulder. There it is. Boom! Headshot.
And now stop me if you've heard this one before. Shinam is left in a 1vx situation at the end of the round.
Yeah. And no guns so far taken out of the hands of 100 Thieves. Asuna is on the hunt. Boostio gets the spot, and Xander from the top. Man, 100 Thieves are looking clean. I know it was just an anti-eco, but...
Well, but I think at this point we can say that given what we saw in Lotus as well. I don't think it's disingenuous to point that out. I think they looked really comfortable on the first map, and yes, it's only been a couple rounds, but they seem to have carried that into this one.
I had a lot of questions. I was like, can Xander fill the shoes of Bang?
Yeah.
You know, but I just feel like maybe the prior team chemistry was Xander and EU, and honestly, Xander hangs out with all these guys on Discord all the time anyway, before even joining the team. I just feel like it's showing in the server right now. The synergy is on point. If they can keep this up, I mean, who knows what can happen for this 100 Thieves roster this year.
A gun round for MIBR here. And the need for success. You've got Asuna playing really close. On the swing, drops one already, upgrades the gun and gets out.
Almost upgraded the gun.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you actually saw Artzine right on time to get out of there. But there's 4 members here from 100 Thieves. And look at the aggressiveness. It's ridiculous.
But this time Aspas is trying to fight back. Cannot though. Falls at the hands of Boostio. And they're trying to swing back out. This time it's just Cryo left alone.
Finally punished. 100 Thieves finally get punished for holding the W key. Maybe the tides are changing, Doug, or maybe they just were outclassed with guns. We'll find out.
I don't know that the gun buy was really that different. Either way, MIBR decide that they're going to fight for this towards B, and they get it. They get what eluded them for the entire first half.
Yeah.
Or the first map, excuse me.
And I wonder right now for Cryo if he's actually going to go for exits here. I don't think he wants to save a Bulldog going into the next round. He does have enough money to buy, but I also don't think he wants to give Shinam his Brimstone ultimate or even give Artzine an orb closer towards an ultimate so that they can grab it in the next. So yeah, I guess maybe if he can get this upgrade right here, he can just back off and not feed those ultimates. So
that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, a very good play from Cryo here.
Upgraded the weapon, stays alive.
Doesn't feed ult.
Yeah, that's like min-maxing to the highest degree.
Textbook right there. Even the little things 100 Thieves are thinking of right now. And that's the advantage of keeping, you know, most of your core together for so long. Able to work on the small things. Nice shooting here, though, from the side of MIBR, finally putting down some heads of 100 Thieves. But now we go into the actual first gun round of the game. All of 100 Thieves on full armor and rifles.
Meanwhile, it's only Aspas with that on the side of MIBR. There's that net that we saw in the pistol. This time, no aggression. As you see the smokes come through.
Yeah, and already I'm seeing an extra layer provided from MIBR. A lot of the times in the last tournament against Furia, that Brim smoke was not there. And they were kind of getting finessed by a solo Viper just playing, you know, holding his own smoke in the same exact spot. So just that little extra Brim smoke that was used right there secures them all of Octagon control, and they're able to deposit a member here.
Careful here.
And right now, 100 Thieves are reading into that pressure, leaning 3 towards that B site, but the hit is actually geared up towards A. And that TP can come out at any moment to regroup with his teammates.
I mean, it could go the other way as well. I mean, they're not running a 1-4 into showers, but now they're taking the TP through. So it is going to end A.
Out of charge.
They've already made their way out of short. Haven't quite done that yet out of showers, but now the ult being used. Very nicely done. Very well handled by MIBR. EU, though, dropping down from heaven. Looking to take another one with him. But he's going to get swung. He's got to get faced. Still numbers the way of the attack. Boostio and Xander left with so much to do.
Last player standing.
And it's just gone from hard to harder. Bustio in a 1v3, settles onto the first, tries to snap onto the second, and cannot. MIBR tied us up.
A picture-perfect pinch from MIBR into Showers. That Brimstone ultimate from Shinam was on point. It was perfect. And the crunch as well from Aspas going the other way. Yeah, it wasn't required, but that Brim ult, just understanding, eliminating where the defenders can be holding from. It opened up the entire site.
I think that's it.
Oh, linda.
And the daps going across the board for MIBR. That was a big, big round win for them. Maybe they can get some momentum here, string some rounds together.
Yeah, I mean, 100 Thieves are on a broken bye, so it's certainly possible. Aspas getting up a little bit more, following the dog. They're going to try to hunker down onto the site here. That's a big kill out from Xander, and that was the go button for MIBR.
Ghost too, nonetheless. They're still going to commit to this site. They're kind of just pushing their heads into a wall, but it's a firing squad from 100 Thieves here, Doug.
And be careful here. They don't have really the same thing to fight back with. Xander gets 2 with the Ghost, but they've gotten what they needed. Waiting for the second ping to come through. Austin flirting with fire. That Singer's been good. Can he do it again? No, not this time. Cryo left in a 1v2. Weapon upgraded. Both close. He's gotten it down to 1. Can he do it again? He's weak. And he will fall. The 1v1 goes the way of MIBR.
He may have fell, but he had a chance. He did get a bullet off. It just didn't quite connect to the head of Nauser. So yeah, it was scrappy. It wasn't that clean for MIBR, but a round is a round. And just like that, they're able to get up that deadlock ultimate. They're close to the showstopper. They're close to so many ults. On the opposing end, you have Asuna with that showstopper. Bustio, he's got that Thrash online and available as well. Right now, I think 100 Thieves, they
Careful here.
need to keep trying to take that aggressive approach. Try to take the 1v1 fights. Yeah, you're on the defensive side. It might make you feel like you shouldn't go for those, but it worked on the pistol. You gotta test the waters with a rifle.
I'm a little concerned at the fact that people aren't moving much.
Yeah, PTSD already, huh?
I've been burned too many times today.
Well, that Skydog is definitely a move and gets some action in. Baits out. Have Viper smoke, but the reposition here from Xander.
Yeah, he's tucking behind the orb.
And a nice flash to reclear, and I don't think MIBR were close enough to hear that, so this should prompt a lean for 100 Thieves towards that A side of the map. And one thing to note, Doug, is when MIBR like to fight this A side, they do like to actually fight back side.
They should be able to catch one here. He's been caught. Where's the swing from Cryo? There it is. So carefully considered, but on the trade, Asuna tries to stop him, and Aspas gets the best of him. 3's up as Cryo gets another. Now with 3 HP, Bustio's gonna fall. Xander left in a 1v2. Aspas is weak, and he's been left. Is he gonna be able to cut off the rotations? No, he's gonna go through spawn.
10 seconds left.
So now Xander in a very difficult situation.
Extremely difficult. There's still a Brim smoke to play as well.
And a Brim ult, and a Raze ult.
Another Brim ult, by the way. And he's not going to clear this. There's no way. Shinam will take his head clean off, and it was chaos onto the actual A site hit. But the deadlock nade caught one of the members of 100 Thieves with their pants down. I don't know who it was, Doug, but it was so perfectly timed that once they jumped on top of that short box, it was just a free kill.
Hopefully we'll get that in the replay. As 100 Thieves call a timeout, a moment to settle things and think through what the second plan is.
It was Nauser who got the kill onto EU. What was even more impressive, what we just saw, was Aspas dodging the rocket. There's the hype from the side of MIBR. But Aspas dodging Asuna's rocket. It was like this weird anime battle in the sky. But the satchels from Aspas were too clean. And Asuna actually landing on him, but still going for the jump shot. I think if he would have just settled the shots there, he probably gets that kill, and maybe the round is completely different at that moment. But that 1v1 is really what it came down to. Momentum right now in favor of MIBR. 100 Thieves, they're on the back foot for the first time this series.
I don't believe they're going to have much of a buy to work with either. But we will see if that is the case. No, it doesn't look great. 4 rounds in a row. The timeline there on your screen really tells the tale of what's going on here on Bind. And much like Lotus, there's a lot that MIBR can snowball off of here.
Yeah, if they're able to cycle through these ults and just win them 1 round at a time, putting yourself in a very good spot. But here's that pistol round that we saw, but it's the firing squad. This time, MIBR is ready. They've had enough.
Yeah,
They're tired of getting bullied.
You blink and you miss that one. Gonna TP all the way across. EU's ahead of this. A Stinger, which we decided earlier was the best weapon in the game.
Even with all the nerfs.
Spike planted.
So our team will get a little bit closer to his ult. See what I'm saying? It's not, I mean, it's not fake news.
I'll find you.
I mean, this would be impossible.
Mm-hmm. You would think.
You would think.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. That was the play all along.
And the smile on his face, too, while he did it. That's criminal. That's criminal. He's trying to go out to Spike here, but they'll take whatever they can give him. Clean round from MIBR. In the early round, it gets a little scrappy at the end. They lose quite a bit of weaponry, but they're still healthy. Oh, I say that, but actually 2 of the players are gonna have to get bought up. So 100 Thieves, they are cracking down a little bit on the economy of MIBR, even though MIBR has won 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, I don't see them hitting a dent in that. Probably for 2 rounds, if assuming they don't go their way.
Yeah. Still not too much aggression from the side of 100 Thieves on this defensive side, opting to play more in the backside. The problem is against this deadlock composition is if you're playing in the backside, there's so much utility to just get thrown at you, and even when that wall comes out in CT, you can't really flood out.
That's a really good hoop. And a suck. Rocket not connecting. Bustio does fall.
This is what I was talking about, Doug. They like to fight this backside area.
And it's hard to do, man. It's so hard to hold this. I mean, it's hard without all of that utility.
Get him.
But it kind of feels like a necessity on this A site. We've seen too many times before 100 Thieves playing all the way back and just delaying the bomb plant infinitely. So if MIBR can take that backside fight more often and win it, why not? I mean, this round is done.
Yeah, this has been done for a little bit.
A lot of the success that Furia had against MIBR was not playing in the back site of that A site or back site of that B site. They kind of played a lot more close and up front and personal to you. But I think that 100 Thieves is so scared because of that brimstone crunch that happened early in the half that they're just so scared to play forward now. They don't want to give out free kills. They don't want to get smothered like that by the showstopper that was in this round or even the brimstone ult that is still in play.
Yeah, I mean, you're...
Right?
Right, okay.
But this is the second time that Noswer has gotten a kill up on that top box in the same spot.
Yeah.
100 Thieves are crumbling a little bit.
Down 4 rounds. Another Bucky in the hands of Bustio. 6 in a row for the attack.
Our spot will be heard.
And here they didn't throw that net that they've been throwing towards Octagon.
And you new look. MIBR does a good job of baiting out the reclear utility here. Sometimes they have players playing anti. There's that Brim Smoke again to guarantee the Octagon control. It's so clean from MIBR right now.
And that little chess move there negates the control that they had off of the Viper Orb that's been there halfway up B long every round.
It's very impressive what I'm seeing right now from MIBR and the adaptations that they've been able to make, even though they're so micro. Just the Brim Smoke right there. And we've seen this round already.
All right, it turns back into a 1-3-1. And in the previous time we saw this, it ended A.
Yeah.
But again, know where the spike is here. It's worth repeating. They could end back B. But it seems like we're going to see a lot of the same.
He got scared of his own teammate TPing. He had to turn around.
It's a tense moment.
It is very tense.
Our team falls. Austin again trying to hold back sight. Is able to take one for his troubles as Cryo takes a step back.
That's a huge pick on the art scene as well, because that's the deadlock that denies the control of back sight. He also had ultimate, if I'm not mistaken.
What does the retake attempt look like here for 100 Thieves?
Well,
The ult at the ready, now invested. He's going to funnel him back to the towers a little bit. Sheenum gets caught. For the deal, almost goes two. A flank up towards heaven. Is that going to be the window for Aspas? It is. Meanwhile, a filthy set of kills for the Sentinel. What in the world was that?
Cortesia finally having the opportunity to strike. 9-6 this half, but he was hitting some heads in that last round. The lurks are fruitful for this man. That finishing blow at the end was disgusting. Full prediction mode. Look at that. No chance for Cryo.
No, not at all. And so again, 100 Thieves are on a broken bye.
Showers denial this time around. They've had enough of giving all of that space.
There's a rifle in the hands of Asuna. And again, they're going to get pushed A. Little chip damage from the nade, but that's all it is.
Made out of utility, and now here comes the real approach for MIBR. We're going to see the fight back sight. I'm certain of it. Oh, that wall's actually to keep the players in showers trapped in. Maybe a new look this time.
How much is 100 Thieves willing to invest here? Do they use a use ult?
Oh, man. You're on a nice edge right now. If you're 100 Thieves, if you overpeak, you got to be worried about multiple riflers walking up on you.
The benefit to them is that they didn't invest a lot into this as far as the buy goes.
Yeah.
Here's the only rifle, and it gets one.
Down A.
Not connecting on the ult, on the swing. Artsy able to get him with Aspas over his shoulder.
30 seconds left.
Xander's left standing.
He had happy feet right there, just the left and right. AD, AD. Asuna could not track him. This is looking just like the attacking side of 100 Thieves, but this time it's MIBR on bind. On each respective team's map pick. What a swing of emotion.
Xander's going to try to do a little bit of damage here. Giving his position away. And then getting caught. Aspas gets a third kill on the round, a little bit closer to his ult. And it's, I mean, 2 rounds left to play this half. It's well within reach.
8 in a row for MIBR. The patience that we saw from MIBR in that round, not jumping the gun on that plant, tapping the spike multiple times to bait out utility, then catching 100 Thieves out in the open with the peaks. Some really nice stuff we're seeing right now from MIBR, and what an answer back after getting completely steamrolled on the previous map. I have to say that. It's so hard to bounce back from a loss like that. Now an operator getting the pick on the jump spot, the swap.
Cage triggered.
Little taste of their own medicine done.
This is why people were excited about MIBR coming into the season. It's because of what we've seen this happen.
I know exactly.
And I think the most impressive thing so far is that it hasn't been an Aspas and Friends type performance. Cryo will free himself. A tap, and that's all it is. They're going to flip the map.
Just running circles around 100 Thieves.
He was already so far up. Sheenom's able to get one onto EU. Well, warning shots as they double face into it, and 2 kills found. Now, the opportunity for a little bit more. They're going to drop the Thrash. Full tag onto Aspas. Nosworth disposed of as well.
What a retake from 100 Thieves. I thought it was in the bag for MIBR. I think everybody else thought it was in the bag for them as well. But a little bit too overeager, Doug. Too overconfident. Yeah, you won 8 in a row, but 100 Thieves are never going to give up. They're never going to back down. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Every round that 100 Thieves can scavenge just brings more momentum into their own side.
We'll see if they're able to net this last one with 2 ults to play around. What's the setup here? Lean towards B. From the attack with Spike in hand, it seems like there's a lineup set up for that grab net that we've seen towards C, or towards B, excuse me. And it was thrown, you hear it. Now on the tag. Do they speed up here? There is a judge on the other side of this.
Yeah, they just start backing away slowly. Brim smoke again.
They're gonna test this one more time.
Yeah.
There wasn't much gas on that orb. Xander plays his cards right. He's good for at least 1, potentially even more. Only 1 found. But a costly one.
Really good trade. Super fast from Aspas.
And that got him in his ult.
Yeah, they're going to want a TP here too, I believe. They're just waiting for
That's
some re-aggression.
That's a hard sell, man. You have no idea what's happening showers.
Oh, maybe they're not going to rip it. You're right. Cortesia, he's walking back from short. He's going to be the late hookah guy. Prowler to get in.
It was dealt with. 2 guns found. And now, the Nightfall used to delay even more. Lucio getting a big kill to try to control and contain the flank attempt. A little bit more pressure. Now what that's going to do is funnel MIBR into B. Oh, it popped another. One without netting a kill. This time traded back. Oscar will find the success, and Aspas could not. As 100 Thieves take the 4th.
A great crossfire from Hookah and Sight. The showstopper from Asuna. Such a good triangular formation from 100 Thieves on that side. EU also sneaking there, dodging the rocket barely.
30 seconds left.
Thought for a second there MIBR had a chance into this round, but yeah.
Team Ace.
It's those little rounds, man. It may not seem like much, but we're talking about a 10-2 versus an 8-4 half. That's an entirely different story. We'll see you guys on the other side of this break. Much different performance from MIBR in this second map, as they're the ones who find themselves up in a comfortable lead at halftime on 100 Thieves' home turf, a map that, Dre, you mentioned it at the beginning, has become their home ground where they innovate and where they dominate. That just hasn't been the case here.
Yeah, I was very surprised that defensive side. I thought they had a great start as well with their aggressiveness, but it just kind of fell off after that crunch from MIBR on the bonus round. It just felt like after that happened, 100 Thieves, they just got a little bit scared, started playing a little bit too far back, and you cannot play that far back against a deadlock. The execute is just too good. The nade is, it does so much damage.
Riot Games Arena trying to will them back into this map. And it's going to be an uphill fight. But this pistol would be the first step. If they continue into this, they're going into all of the Sentinel utility. They're going into the Deadlock util, they're going into the Cypher trips, and the cam. I mean, if there was ever a wrong site to pick, this would be it.
Yeah. That cam is so sick, too. It's able to see over that Viper wall. Gives you so much info. These freezes to the rounds, though, from both ends, they put so much doubt in the minds of the opposing team, and Austin is able to lurk into hookah.
What gorgeous timing. Is he expecting one more there? I don't think he is now, understands. There's a little bit more with him. Settling the shots, traded right back, though. Into a 3v3 as the spike has been planted. MIBR trying to retake this through spawn. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves on the flank. They've gotten it all the way up through elbow. Cryo's going to be on the prowl. As they try to hunker down, you feel the walls closing in for MIBR. Cryo, the first to strike. He tries to find a second and will succeed. The defuse is stopped. Oh, that was so close.
So damn close, Doug.
Oh.
That was such a fast-paced retake from MIBR as well, getting all three players onto the site like that. That smoke comes down, sticking it. Such a close round. But 100 Thieves with the walk-in onto site. That's what changed it all. Asuna with that flank into hookah. And yeah, it got a little bit scrappy there. It was not pretty whatsoever. But they got the job done.
Nice! That's a big round. Good.
I am inclined to agree. That was a very big round. Now in a position to find themselves within 2, assuming there's nothing that goes sour here. Aspas with the shorty, and then a couple of sheriffs.
This is 2 back-to-back rounds, Doug, where 100 Thieves are deliberately showing this heavy B long aggression. I'm expecting MIBR and maybe the next round or future gun rounds to put a trap there with the deadlock. That's something they like to do a lot. This aggressiveness as well. All the way, push down hookah. He's got a lot of space.
Xander's been very good with the Ghost.
Sees the shoulder, but can't connect. But that pressure alone, it's going to have to keep at least one player towards A site.
The deadlock wall out towards A, and that's going to slow down Xander a considerable amount. And meanwhile, keep an eye on the flank.
Oh my gosh.
Cryo was wise to it for a second. Oh, he watches them leave. Now pace towards A, and look who's here. It's a classic, but he's gone undetected. The goop in his face, he still gets the kill.
Spike planted.
An opportunity for something here. But that window's closing real fast. Cryo's very weak, 5 HP, not able to snap. And that should secure things.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Aspas can take out Cryo in that moment because he's so low, maybe there's a chance. But now it just feels like that this should be all she wrote for 100 Thieves. Oh my God, what a shot. Not enough though. 100 Thieves do get the spike planted. They keep 2 rifles into the next round. But it was a very big investment and a lot of money lost.
It was, but they find themselves within 2. That gap is slowly getting smaller. But you're right, the investment that they put into the previous round and how it played out has them in this situation where they've got light armor on a couple.
You can't really buy into the next if you lose this. So this is a very big round, a swing round.
I want to note again how this Sentinel utility is being set up. A little, I mean, most of it is towards B. But there's a little bit of help with one sound sensor A.
100 Thieves right now, they're taking a very slow approach. I think this is something they need to do. They need to be able to identify where the Sentinel utility is, identify where the deadlock is to not get trapped.
I mean, they found some of it. They cleared one of the sound sensors, and then they invested a satchel to clear the trip. So
Yep.
if the intent was to just like carefully chip away at every bit that they had, so far they've done it.
Something that MIBR struggled with quite a bit is inserts on a map like this. Being able to get that info is Asuna, or in this case Xander, both inserted towards that B side of the map.
They're leaving themselves so many options still, regardless of how this goes. They could fully commit to A, they could flip back B. Some of the benefits of bind.
Yeah. A lot shown towards that B side of the map for 100 Thieves.
But I think also enough to show that they want to head back A. Yeah, you're not having to deal with any of the Sentinel utility, but you are going to have to deal with the sack, and with 13 seconds left, there's not much time to look for a plan B or to change your options here. 7 seconds left, the Spike has to fully commit here. Cryo's able to get 3 kills on the round. Beautifully done. Close, but it's done.
He's just a one-man army. He runs out of U-Haul and takes out everybody in backside, including the player running through CT smoke. And he gets the 4th into the round as well.
That was uncomfortably close.
You know, star players make plays like this in such crucial rounds.
10 seconds.
That round breaks the economy of MIBR. And for him to do it by himself is a statement to be made in itself.
Nice, Matt. That's all you, baby.
You're right, the economy's busted here.
Now a chance to get even more ultimates online and available for the next round. This is a fast approach against an eco duck.
This is the rollout that we saw so many times. This double satchel out onto box outside of U-Haul.
Shenum just was not expecting that satchel on the top right there.
And again, that's a path he's taken many, many times. MIBR not finding any success this round. Asuna, what, 2 pips away, 1 away from having his ult?
Yeah, he's gonna get it, whether he lives or dies, and he will go down.
Have it into the next. Aspas upgrades a weapon, cuts his losses, and gets out.
Yeah, if I'm EU right now, maybe I'm going hunting. Might be hunting season for me, but maybe just saving all the weapons, speaking of the longer haul here, is the better play. 400 Thieves. And so far, we've seen a lot of different looks. We've seen a change of pace already. That aggressiveness towards A. We've seen slow defaults towards B long. Slow default in hookah as well to break out a lot of that utility. Right now, if I'm MIBR, it's kind of hard to get a read on what 100 Thieves are liking to do. It will be a double Sentinel approach again for MIBR towards that B side of the map, the fighting squad on A.
It's interesting that they have not changed that up until this point.
Oh yeah, monster on the loose.
Another fast-paced round, this time hookah. That Thrash gets deleted really early on.
Oh, he's committing. I thought he was just going to get inserted. Doesn't connect on the ult.
And he dodges the trip as well.
And this is all a ruse. He's making as much noise as he possibly can. The rest of the hit is A. The spike's out that way. Nazar's starting to rotate over. He understands there might be something afoot.
No way.
But Asuna getting away with yet another.
No way, the spike's already planted as well. There's a deep Viper smoke into CT.
Nazar with regen armor. Trying to make the best out of a situation in which they've been hoodwinked.
Look at the flank.
It's another one. But Cryo ready for it. Not ready to win that fight though as Aspas joins in on it, starting to apply pressure from backside. They're both kind of forced to fight out. They didn't want to get caught.
Out of charges.
Whoa, that was fast.
Last player standing.
It's already down to 1. They've taken the lead back.
That proactivity from Xander and EU is what I was talking about, Doug. The chemistry from being on M80 previously. When Cryo falls there and you don't have that Brim ultimate to fall back on to secure the round win, you gotta make a play. And it's like they were in each other's brains.
One enemy remains.
The double push through U-Haul, peeking together, confidently having each other's backs. That's the synergy. That's why Xander joined this roster. That's why he was the best choice when Bang left. What a comeback so far for 100 Thieves. They haven't lost a round on this attacking side.
The shifting of the tides has been insane.
And they're not falling for this double sentinel utility at all. I haven't really seen anybody get hit by a trip or get hit by the nade.
No, I mean, you're right. They've done an excellent job of either avoiding it or going over to it and picking it apart, and then still not going that way.
The deadlock wall's not really getting much value either. It's not really denying any space. You're just so limited on this composition that MIBR is running when you're up against all the utility that 100 Thieves likes to use. And I feel like that's a common theme for 100 Thieves. They like to basically smother you with utility. They like to have more than you, so they're able to win that trading game.
All right, note the defensive adjustments on the other side of this timeout. We've talked so much about how they put all of the deadlock and Cypher util towards B. Not the case this time.
And Doug, this kind of feels like an all or nothing play right here. MIBR fully invested into this round.
Do they want to fight?
They forced multiple players on light armor and Guardians.
It's interesting too here. Artsy hasn't even put all of his stuff down.
Oh my goodness.
Toxins going up.
Oh, a footstep made, yeah. Xander. But that one footstep made was enough to back them up a little bit.
Who knows what else is there on the other side.
This is insane.
Poison orb emitting.
Xander has to play this very carefully. He is on an island. The flash confirming some presence.
This 1v1 is really what it comes down to. I think Ospas saw a glimpse of Xander there, just his shoulder maybe, going behind that wall.
That fight's gonna happen. And there it is, it goes the way of Ospas.
This forces a speed up from 100 Thieves. They have to commit B now. They don't have anyone towards A.
And now look at the deadlock utility that's been planted towards A on the other side of that, denying that entirely, forcing them into B, as you said. The satchel out, kills traded. They're not able to hold on. They're not able to save the site. Whoa. Boosty will fall, but Spike will go down. Can EU and Cryo hold this back on their own? They're both healthy. Not much utility around. Meanwhile, Aspas is weak. With every second that passes, the possibility of this gets smaller and smaller. EU waiting on the other side of the smoke. You hear them trampling down towards elbow. They know where the fight's coming from, but still not fully prepared for it. So smoke dissipates. Cryo understands he's got to take these fights. It's going to be left down to EU in a 1v1. Artsy on the other side, and it goes the way of 100 Thieves.
EU again. How stone cold can you be?
Their fear is a trap, and the trap is
He was right on the edge of that smoke in spawn, and he wins the 1v1 against Ospas while flicking back and forth. At some point, I saw him running back to try to fight the elbow players. Look at that.
Sleep. One enemy remaining.
And then the game IQ to know to just sit back sight. He's probably going to jump up top. What a clutch. In a massive round to win, Doug. The economy now is done for MIBR. They're still trying to force up a little bit.
A Guardian for Aspas, and a Stinger for Nosler.
And a nade kill.
Traded back, though. And that's on their smokes. The Nightfall through as 100 Thieves just prance their way in.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this one before, where they just get the first blood and just hold W.
And in a lot of ways, this feels reminiscent to Lotus.
Yeah.
You mentioned blood in the water, and they go.
They get it.
There's blood in the water here.
When they see the opening, they're not hesitant. They just go for it. I think that is a big difference that we're seeing from this year and last year. I think the no hesitation that they have, full steam forward, the W keying at the right moment, It's been a huge difference maker. It's really helped their attacking side.
One enemy remaining. I knew your
Second and final timeout called by MIBR. They're trying to hang on to this thing. But what's that? 7 rounds in a row on attack.
Yeah, that's insane.
And that's into a double Sentinel comp on defense.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how they've been able to maneuver around the map, dodge the utility, even that fake round. I mean, that fake round, Doug, like you could just really do a deep dive on that alone. How Asuna was not only able to draw all 5 players towards the B site, but also get one and get out. I mean, it was picture perfect. You draw that in your dreams, maybe. You bring it to, you bring it to strat talk, server time. And then for it to play out exactly how you envisioned it, to the T. It's a beautiful thing.
And so here it seems like it's a minor adjustment. There's still a lot of the Sentinel util towards B, but that's where the stack is. And they're leaving their smokes and their duelists alone here. This is dangerous too. Oh! The danger might just be Aspas.
The third.
spike planted.
Maybe leaving them on an island is the play.
Yeah. It must be.
He's getting a little cheeky here. They're outmanned, and so why not try something? Aspas on the cards for the ace. Our team will get the last, though. And the defuse through. That's going to give him the rocket for the next round.
Yeah, it was a fast A approach from 100 Thieves, but Aspas, he was the warrior this time around. Getting multiple nade kills into the round. It reset, I think, twice already. He's sitting up there very pretty, 21 and 14. He gets a showstopper because of that round.
And we'll take a look at it one more time. He gets the first kill, and then the nade. Gets a second, and then he gets a second nade to get the third.
Yeah, and just to go back to your previous point, like from before, is Artzine's little trap right there in that pocket area. That is what it's for. It's to set up Aspas for a play like that, of people jumping around that smoke in short. So it's cool to finally see it get fruit.
And for as much as momentum has really left the sails of MIBR, they're still in it. It's still just 2 rounds.
It's still such a close game.
3 ults and silence across the map. Again, all of that Sentinel utility towards B. This time, Aspas is B, though. Not left A.
Yeah, this is a trap setup this time around. They haven't really shown one yet.
But also note here the difference in where they're setting up their util. We talked so much about how 100 Thieves like to go in. They clear some of it out. That satchel intended to clear some of the troops that we've seen there or in the past. Yeah. So much of their utility is further into the site now, making it a little bit harder to deal with. When they commit to the site, that's when they'll know what's there.
It's a very smart adaptation. The problem is this reclear at B long is a little too late, so I think MIBR, they're going to have to concede the site here at A and play a retake with a Flint coming in.
Which is honestly fine. They have the utility to do it. Yeah, they're going to drop one of their ults to delay a little bit longer. But the question is now, do they flood? Do they fully commit onto this? It seems like they're going to try. They still have 3 members backside, but Asuna goes unchecked. U-Haul's left open. And it's disaster for MIBR.
The fight back site, it's bloody murder.
They did everything right except for that box. That's what was left unchecked.
Yeah. Wait a second, though.
That's just one with a long way to go.
If anyone can do it, though, it's got to be Aspas.
The spike has been ticking for a while. That high-low on top of truck. There's just no shot.
Yeah, that was hopeful for sure.
And so 100 Thieves will get to series point after an 8-4 deficit at halftime.
You're so right, though. I feel like in 2 of the most important rounds, it's just been one person running out of that U-Haul area that's gotten 3 kills unchecked, unlooked at. First, it was Cryo. Now it's Asuna. Artzine's
ult, Aspas' ult.
Yeah, Ospas is trying to get into some action, but he's doing that little short play again, trying to take the 1v1 against Xander. He heard the footsteps on the drop right there.
Oh, he's ulting. He's gone. He gets the kill.
But it's traded.
1 for 1. Again, they're going into all of these trips. They're going into all of the sound sensors, and he somehow finds a way to get around all of it. And he's going to get the kill on Noswer.
Unreal. These trips are still up, Doug.
He's just Tom Cruising his way around all of it.
Mission impossible.
And now there are just 2 left. I mean, look at how much of it is still up.
Wait a second, though. Artsy, he snuck back sight.
Life is left in a precarious position, but Artsy cannot convert. It's a 3K for EU, and it's a 2-0 sweep for 100 Thieves.
Resilience shown as well from 100 Thieves. The comeback in that half, they look so dominant on the attacking side. Their Lotus was flawless. They look good, Doug.
They look good on attack, yeah. I mean, I think they had circles run around them on their defensive side of bind, but other than that, I mean, it's hard to really point out much else. And I think, you know, it's funny, you come into this match, and at least for me, I had some certain thoughts around MIBR, and I thought the pieces were there. My biggest question was really on how Xander would do filling in for Bang. And I walk away from this series with those positions switched.
Yeah, he looks great.
100 Thieves look great. Xander filled in beautifully. He didn't really have to do much more than the team asked him for, and it worked. And honestly, I'm more surprised and have more questions on MIBR and what that looks like moving forward.
I do think, though, in MIBR's defense, they are a new team. We got to keep that in mind. 100 Thieves have had the same core for years.
And that chemistry matters. You're absolutely right.
Good addition. So I think, MIBR, they lose this first match, but I think mid-season is when you're going to see this team really bear fruit. And you're going to see a different type of level. I saw a lot of promising things from MIBR. Genuinely. A lot of changes that I saw on even this map of Vine that they kind of got washed away with against Fear a month ago. The Lotus combo, they might have to go back in the lab for that one. I don't have anything to say about that.
I mean, the thing about this kickoff tournament, though, is the runway is short.
Yeah.
The runway's real short. And for 100 Thieves, that's a big step towards Bangkok.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, they're going to make a run. Yeah, you got to be able to beat some of these teams that are fringe or should be kind of punching up, kind of upper half or maybe even upper third of the league.
Yeah, it is a great start. Taking out Ospas, your first match,
Ospas,
best player in the world, like regarded as the best player in the world.
Ospas, Noswer, again, Artsy, and then the pieces are all there for MIBR to find success. I think, again, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. The runway's so short for MIBR. You're on last life.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Dreams of Bangkok already one step away.
That's a tough situation to be in. And again, for 100 Thieves, I think there's a lot to be excited about. Xander has filled in beautifully. You wouldn't really know that they had just undergone a roster change. We're going to throw it down to Riv on the stage behind me for the Verizon post-match interview.
All right, everybody, we're here with Asuna as we get prepared. We were just chatting it up before we're getting ready. Dude, we nerfed Neon, but you come out in the first map and you're looking absolutely crazy as you take your opponent down. What is it about you, your style of coming into the game? You look so good.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Neon for a while since it first released, so obviously I have the natural play style for it. It fits.
Okay.
You know, I'm shaky, moving. Definitely a big movement player. And, you know, it works out nice with that agent. On top of it, my teammates, you know, they have insane util, and Neon's like an agent where it's very team dependent. So I'm grateful to have some of the best utility in the game that are supporting me and the best players. So it's very easy to, you know, showcase good skill when you're killing 2 people that are stunned.
Hell yeah. Looking at how long you have been in the NA scene, this is crazy. The longest standing member in NA on a team, October 2020, is when you joined 100 Thieves.
I have.
Throughout that time, your outlook on the game, your prep, your strategy, what to you kind of has changed the most there?
You know, it's crazy that I've been on this team for the longest. Yeah, I'm the youngest, so it always happens to be where I'm still like a young kid, I guess. You know, no matter what changes, my personality stays the same. And, you know, I just try to bring like a different kind of vibe than most people would expect in an esports team. You know, I think also Kel helps out a lot with that. Boostio, he's very good at, you know, bringing out people's I guess, like, funny side. You know, he's definitely way more laid back than most IGLs I've had. And I would say, yeah, you know, Tony's helped me a lot, you know, improve as a player and stuff like that. But
Are you feeling more responsibility, or are they actually giving you the space to just do whatever you want to do?
I mean, the map pool is now more duelist heavy, so, you know, it happens to be where I play more duelist, but the responsibility is still the same, whether you're playing Initiator, supporting Cryo, the best player in the world, or playing duelist and, you know, diving in there.
All right, a little loaded question for the last one. Since you've been there for 5 years, you've seen everything. Might this be the best iteration of the team you've seen so far?
Of course, we're about to play Sen, and we're going to be playing our ex-teammate, Bang.
Yep.
And, I mean, that guy is bad, so this should be easy.
Okay. All right, Austin, thank you so much. Congrats on the win. We still got more for the day. We're going to the desk. I believe we got Boostio there to chat it up with the analysts.
Thank you so much for that, Riv, and welcome to Match Point. That's right, we got a show now. We called it. Oh, do I have the bomb? Welcome to Match Point. Explosion. Nah, it didn't work.
Nope,
Damn it.
that's not
Oh, maybe next week. In any case, so folks, we're gonna basically just have a good time, talk to Boostio, and ask him some questions about the off season, how things have been, and we're gonna play a little game. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. For now, though, Boostio, congratulations on the win. How you feeling, man?
Feeling great. That's a good win. I said it in like another interview before. MIBR is a very good team.
Yeah.
So being able to get this win over like Aspas and his friends,
Yeah.
it's good. It's really good confidence for us.
Now, I have to ask, as someone who is follically challenged, how do I grow the hair that you have? Because you just grew this real quick, buddy. Where did this come from?
I mean, we lost like 6 months ago. I'm gonna be honest.
It's
Like,
fair, I
that
honestly-
might be like a you problem.
Oh, no, dude. Honestly,
this is like from six months to grow it.
it's a genetics problem. So I lost that battle. Come on, really? Anyway, Kendra, take it away from me, please.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, first of all, the comeback in that second game was sweet. But I do want to touch a little bit on, they were asking Austin about the Neon coming in. Because you guys played 0 games of Neon in VCT last year when it was like really strong.
Yeah.
So first of all, why did we never see the Neon last year? And like, what's been like the change coming in to bring that out now?
Yeah, I think Neon pairs really well with Breach, and we played a lot of Gecko because Tony thought, or Zix really thought that Gecko was like super broken. So it kind of just never worked out where we could put Peter on Neon or Asuna. But Asuna, if you watch his streams, like he's insane at Neon. He's always been very good at Neon. So we could have played it. It just, I think Zix thought just the Gecko comp was better than like a Neon Breach or Neon KO, something like that.
That's fair. Do you also think like, because I was thinking about like other patch changes too, with like nerfs to Cypher, which was like really annoying for Neon players in the past. Like that's
for
factor.
sure helps Neon. But yeah, the Neon did get nerfed a little bit, but like we tested it and it's still broken, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's very good.
His pathing was really good today.
Yeah, he's amazing.
At a macro level, I just want to really hone in on your time with 100 Thieves now. You know, win a world championship, join the roster, don't find the success you necessarily wanted. I know you had a great year, but I know you always want more.
Yeah.
But what were the learnings that you pulled away from last year to this year with the 100 Thieves organization specifically?
I mean, I would say like EG year was kind of like a dream. Like I really wasn't like present in the moment because we were like one of the worst teams in the league, and then randomly we just win and win second place at Masters, first at Champ. So I feel like I didn't learn that much as like a player. But over this past year on 100T, like you have to do a lot of problem solving and like really try to figure out how to win again.
Yeah.
And I think it was just like a good challenge. And now we forced it together, added Xander, who's amazing. So like this year, I think it's going to be an amazing year for us.
Awesome, man. All right, well, we said we had a game for you. All right, let's hope it works out. We got Mimi standing by over there to handle it. This game, we call it
Mimi.
Stick It. That's right, Stick It. That's the name. We chose that one. We
Stick It.
sat in a boardroom and we all decided Stick It was the name that we were going to roll with.
Sounds like Bop It. I don't know.
Here's how it works. You need to defuse the spike and get as close to 0 as possible. But first, you have to answer a trivia question, and the spike has just been planted. So, the question, before it detonates, the spike beeps, blank amount of times. Go.
45,
Under.
40,
Oh, so higher.
45,
Higher than 45.
47.
Much higher than 47.
Oh shit. Sorry. 68,
Higher.
78,
Higher.
98,
Lower.
95,
Lower.
93,
Lower.
91,
Lower.
89,
Lower.
88,
Lower.
85,
Lower.
84,
Lower.
81,
Lower.
79,
Higher.
80.
Very
There you
good.
go.
Very
Go,
good.
go,
Get over there. Go.
Now you got to get it close to 0.
Close to 0 it's possible, Boostio. It's planted back sight. Can you find it?
You're
waiting.
Sky here.
Oh, I'm not even close.
Oh, no. Oh, no, the DNF.
That's a second and a half off.
Oof.
You can't hear it. I'm not gonna lie. It's so hard.
That's
tough. That's
fun.
That was fun. That's good.
That's why we made it.
Yeah,
you know?
second and a half is
that-
pretty
So I
close.
just lose for the rest of the year.
Yeah, you're a
Everyone beats
loser.
us.
I mean, if you come back again, you want to come back on our brand new show, Match Point, so that you could play again?
You just got to keep winning games, and we'll invite you back.
We're gonna win.
That's
Yeah,
how it
we're
works.
gonna win. We're gonna have a leaderboard come up in a little bit with Busio's DNF just right on the side. It's crazy because we had Ender do it first, and you kind of beefed it. But
Okay, so I had 0 audio. I diffused it with 1 second left. So I played
I
it
mean,
a little
it's hard.
safe.
I'm gonna be honest. I could not tell when it started speeding up.
yeah, and to be fair, I don't know anything, so I would have lost immediately. But guys, look, day 1 of kickoff is in the books. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at our bracket, shall we? Because we got some results in. Some big matches are going to be coming up in a little bit here. And these are the matches as they're set. So you boys are going to be playing against Sentinels. Moving forward from that, you have Crew versus Loud, which is going to be a dynamic game. And then, of course, we still have NRG versus C9 and 2G making their debut against Furia, which will be happening tomorrow, I believe. So, thoughts on Sentinels, man?
Bang's gonna regret his decision. It's gonna be good.
Ciao.
No, it's gonna be so good. I cannot wait to make him go to lower bracket. It's gonna be amazing.
Were you taken aback when he decided to?
No, I mean, if Sen offers you might as well go. Like,
Yeah.
You make the most money, you're more famous, you might as well.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
No, totally fair.
Sentinels, you know, can-
But I do. But you know what though? I hear it in your voice. A little bit of like.
No,
how dare
I'm gonna
you leave
destroy
me.
him. I'm definitely gonna destroy him.
Okay.
I hope he regrets it so bad. I love this. I cannot wait.
I love it. All right, this is our stick it game
Why
where.
are you gonna show the replay,
That's
guys?
just messed up. That's just messed up.
Hey, you won today, so we could at
That's
least.
true. No,
you know,
for sure.
take the L somewhere. Now let's go ahead and see the leaderboard where Ender ended up, as a matter of fact.
I don't think they put me on the leaderboard.
Did they not?
No.
No?
Because I was ashamed because I was like, I can do so much better if I have real audio.
Yeah.
But maybe having no audio was actually the hack.
I actually really like that the audio is so jank that no one's going to be able to get this right.
Who was the other player that did it?
No, you're
no one
the
else. You were
first.
the first one.
Oh, okay.
You
That's
made
awesome.
history.
I'm glad I failed then.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's funny because I was trying to think of ways to make it harder, like, oh, you have to send Wingman out and like change the distance he's traveling from, but
Yeah.
it's hard
It's
enough
still
as
hard.
is.
It's
Yeah.
still hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely still hard.
Leaderboard should be coming up in a little bit, but if it doesn't, no big deal. I did want to ask you one thing though. I know for the year you guys want to go really far, win the whole dang thing.
Yeah.
But now that you've been on this team for 2 years here, or this will be your second year. You know, I know last year I asked you the question, you were confident, typical Busio, but this year I feel like a little bit more mature, a little bit more honed in. You're like, this is the squad to go all the way?
Well, we're definitely going to be very good. I think we'll be one of the better teams in NA again. I think we'll make a lot more internationals. I feel like we definitely kind of got, not unlucky, we played really bad at the end of last year, but yeah, I think we're a lot better this year, to be honest. We had like a whole year together, and we're looking very good in scrims, and in that match we looked amazing. So I'm ready.
I think
I'm ready.
there's got to be a big advantage to sticking together for, I mean, 4 players and the coach. Like most other teams are making pretty drastic changes.
Yep. It's, I mean, I think it's very important because, like, if you looked at the EG year, me, John, Com, were teammates for like 2 years before 2023. So I think it's like a huge deal to all stay together.
Yeah, now as we get ready for the rest of the year and what is to come here, any teams in particular, now that you guys are in this, in the flow, that you're like really eager to play against
Sen.
outside of Sen? Well, now Sen, yeah.
No, this is my, like, the person I wanted to, that's awesome.
Hey, you're number 1 though.
That's awesome.
That's got to count for something.
I didn't know we were
good.
running the graphic.
That's good.
That's even better.
But yeah, definitely Sen, so I'm excited I get to play them next. And then definitely NRG. I love beating Ethan. And I want him to keep losing because if he loses this year with this team, then that just means like I made his career in 2023.
What do you make of Jog on G2?
They're really good.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to be insane. I hope they're terrible. Like, I hope something, like, they just don't mesh. But they're amazing. Like, they are going to be very good. I'm excited to watch them play.
Hey, man, Boosie, always a pleasure to have you here,
too, buddy.
brother. Thank you so much for your time. Ender,
problem.
Mimi as well. And to the entire crew, we thank you so much for joining us for day 1 of Kickoff 2025. And we have so much more in store for you beautiful people. But for now, I leave you with this. Our Samsung SSD, fast replay. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
the Riot Games Arena. What a way to kick this year off. It's 2 World Championship organizations with no World Champion players left.
Which is crazy. 3 total World Champions that made up these rosters last year are gone. The shoes to fill are enormous.
Nature catches out Vinny Cowan's waiting for them. And he bundles them up. It's all on Yay. DigiZ will get the job done.
The Outlaw would only require 1 shot, but I don't think he's going to be hitting a flick on that position.
You see the double up from Loud over towards the Heaven side, and a fault line to herald their arrival. Yay has to set his feet. Cowan's was a healthy one. He gets taken down by a headshot. 16 points of health. Has to navigate this one. Yay is back. Nice little paranoia catch here. DigiZ had a shot there, but now the guiding light's going to make it a little bit awkward. He finds the pick. Showstopper now drawn out. Players over towards that Heaven side, and Nature collides with a rocket midway through. Beautiful swing from DigiZ. Okay, we're doing it. Sick round from DigiZ. And after the worst year in Loud's history, they bounce back beautifully here in 2025. Get this map win of their choice split. That's Derek chiming in first, and that connector presence is starting to be neutralized. It's up to Cowanzine. Young Gun able to bring 3 players down. Now Icy will be lingering on the other side. Knives! What a round to win back. A huge thrifting for Loud. Make it a little more risky to get to the spike, and it's going to have to be swings for Loud. All players going for it. Derek, though, eats 2 years for breakfast, and she gets involved. Evil Genius is far from done. Not the most high-value player, but Cowanzine deals with Icy.
To get the spike down, unless the shot dart gets a free kill, and it will.
That might have derailed it. Cowanzine, it's all on Derek, and it's too much to ask. Loud, an ambitious start to 2025 is backed up with a great showing. A Series 1.
We've got a banger ahead of us. We've got MIBR and 100 Thieves joining us on the stage.
Initial contact from Cryo. Cortesia is gone now. Oh, what is that follow-up, Doug?
We haven't even talked about the Cryo Clove.
What was that?
It's murder again.
Is he gonna pop the ult? He does.
Yes, he is. Bowser waiting on the other side, tries to clean him up. Gets the assist, the kill goes through for us, and then the round for 100 Thieves.
So much info utility, and it's aggression.
This is really fast. It's not just aggression C, it's aggression B as well. It's an attack and assault on all fronts. And again, it's a slaughter. He's gotten 4, the ace is stolen, but 100 Thieves get to 12.
Flawless round, Doug, to close it out. And going into this map, we talked about brute force being the answer for MIBR, but it was actually brute force being the answer for 100 Thieves. It is very tense.
RZ falls, Austin again trying to hold back sight. Cortezio almost does too, a flank up towards Heaven. Is that going to be the window for Aspas? It is. Meanwhile, a filthy 7 kills for the Sentinel. What in the world was that? There's not much time to look for a plan B or to change your options here. 7 seconds left. The spike has to fully commit here. Cryo's able to get 3 kills on the round.
Coming through CT smoke. And he gets the 4th into the round as well.
And it's a 2-0 sweep for 100 Thieves.